What's wrong with the stupid TV? There's nothing to watch. Oops, never mind. I found something.
What is going on, everyone? This is Tremaine coming to you from the last rewind. And you know, basketball's in full effect. Basketball in full effect. We're in the playoffs. This is exciting. And what's exciting for me right now is what you may not know about me. I don't broadcast it on the norm, but I know you see the star behind me. I'm a huge diehard Dallas fan, but what you may not know about me is I am a proud, and I admit proud, bandwagon Houston Rockets fan. And I say bandwagon because I usually don't shout my fandom until the playoffs and the Rockets are making a little bit of noise. And I know they're still down 3-2 against Golden State, but I'm standing a little tall with my chest out, because they're doing their thing. I live out here in Houston, so I literally was at this game tonight against the Golden State Warriors, and I don't have much commentary as it relates to this game because while I was there, when you're at a live event, you can't really get a full appreciation like when you watch it on television. But what I would definitely say about this game was, for the most part, it was boring. It was boring, and I say it was boring because the Rockets came out on a mission. They knew what they had to do, and they did it. And there was, in my opinion, there was no fight from Golden State until the end. Until the end, Golden State started to give me a little something. But other than that, there was no fight from Golden State. And while I'm happy about that, I still wanted a competitive game, an entertaining game. But, happy that we got the win. Like I said, I'm a bandwagon Rockets fan, and simply because I live out here in Houston. I think that, and back in the day, I used to be a huge T-Mac fan. So, like example, I'm looking at the score right now as it came across my television screen, and it was 116-131 Rockets. So, don't let that score fool you, because that score may sound like it was more competitive than it was, but it wasn't. For the most part, the Rockets dominated this game. Golden State didn't have a shot at this game. They kind of tried to make it somewhat competitive in the end, but it was all but done at that point. As far as player stats, for the Warriors, we got Steph Curry. He played 23 minutes, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 13 points. I think you and I both know for Golden State to win, for Golden State to do anything going further in the playoffs, and that includes the next game against the Rockets, Steph Curry can't give you a 13-point game, 13-point game, and you think that's going to get it done, especially with the firepower that the Rockets do have. And then we have, and as far as others on the Rockets, we have Moses Moody. He played 26 minutes, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 25 points. Kevin Knox, 18 minutes, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 points. Pat Spencer, 14 minutes, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 11 points. And Draymond Green, 18 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 7 points. These are all mundane numbers. Nothing about these stats stand out, which is another reason I think the Warriors took an L. Moody had the team high with 25 points. And the team high with 25, the team high person having 25 points against this Rockets team is not going to do it. There are at least 3 Rocket players who were over 20, and that's not going to do it. If you're trying to beat the Houston Rockets, this Houston Rockets team is not to be messed with. I know that sounds crazy with them being down 3-2 now, but this team is not to be messed with. I saw glimpses of how good this team was last season, and it came into light this season. They're not to be messed with. The coach, I think his name Ime. We all know about his thing when he was with the Celtics, and how he ended up on the Rockets, but he's a good coach. And the Rockets finally got something going since the James Harden days. Who knows? But they're not bad. They're not bad. The Rockets players, Singus Alperson, I can't really pronounce the name, but he played 31 minutes, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 15 points. Again, keep in mind, I'm a bandwagon fan, so it's not as if I'm like, I don't even have a Rockets shirt on right now. I don't have no Rockets gear in my man cave, but I am a bandwagon Rocket fan, and I proudly admit that. So don't come at me talking about, oh, you're not loyal. You're right. When they're doing good, I'm all Rockets go. Amen Thompson played 35 minutes, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 25 points. Fred VanVleet, tremendous talent, 33 minutes, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 26 points. Dylan Brooks, 29 minutes, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 24 points. And Jalen Green, 19 minutes, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 11 points. So we got 3 Rockets players who was in double figures. That alone is a recipe for disaster for the Golden State Warriors. You know, again, having been there, I believe, and I can definitely tell you that the Rockets played off the crowd. They played off the crowd. The crowd was into it. They knew, it's almost like they knew, well, it was an elimination game if they lost. So they knew they had to get a win. Crowd was into it. And it was a good time. It was a good time. You know, I did not stay the whole game because I left. I wanted to get home in time to do this video and watch the Laker game, which I'm actually watching right now as a record. But overall, not an entertaining game, but if you're a Rockets fan, you're happy with the outcome. You know what I mean? Going forward in the series, it's going to go back to Oakland, San Francisco area. You know, that's where the Golden State Warriors play. And as happy as I am that the Rockets took the win tonight, I am not naive enough to believe that they can do this again in Golden State. I hope they can, because that, you know, in the last video with the Lakers and the Timberwolves, I said I don't have a dog in the fight. I actually have a small dog in the fight in this one, and it is the Houston Rockets. So, but again, I'm not naive to believe that they can pull this off and Golden State. You know, I believe Golden State, as much as I don't want to admit it, Golden State's going to win the series. But, I mean, well, just give me the damn night. Give me the night. We got the night. We extended the series. We lived we lived to play another game. So give me the night. I was happy, and I was hyped for the city in Houston. I was hyped just to be a part of it. But, you know, like I said, I'm a Dallas fan. You good and hell well know when it's time to go and put the dog down and behind the pasture. And I got a feeling, you know, all the Rockets did tonight, wow, it was a celebratory feel. All they did tonight was, you know how when you're in school, if you're ever in school, and you're acting up and your teacher calls your parents, and you know how your mom and dad reacts because, you know, you're going to be in trouble when you get home, get a whooping or whatnot. I only think that's what I think the Rockets did tonight. They just prolonged the ass whooping. It's going to happen. It just didn't happen tonight. They probably only just pissed off Golden State, and it's going to happen eventually. But for the night, I was happy that they got the win. And if they get the win, you know, Friday, and they somehow win this series, I'm going to be happier. If they do that, I'm going to go buy a jersey. I don't even have a Rockets jersey. I don't have I do have some stuff because I went to a few games and like cups and towels and crap, but I don't have no like apparel I can wear. But Fred VanVleet, let's spend some time. It's 2 key players I want to talk about in this game. Fred VanVleet is tremendous. He is he gives me, I don't know if you guys remember, he gives me Damon Stoudemire vibes. He's lower to the ground than most NBA players, and he can handle the dribble, and he also can shoot. He gives me Damon Stoudemire vibes as far as his quickness to me, and his ball handles. I like him. He's real good. Dylan Brooks is good when he shut the hell up, and he don't want to fight anybody. If he just focus on the game and play the game, he's not bad, and he's a good player for the Houston Rockets. He just needs to shut up at times. I remember the game before this one, he was talking shit to Jimmy Butler, and it went haywire from there. A couple texts and all that, but he's a really good player. He just needs to shut up at times, you know. Who else we got here? There was Amen Thompson. 25 points. That was a needed 25 points. I believe that 25 points won the game for us. I love that he stole the ball from Steph. It was a clean steal. It was like, I think Steph was trying to cross him up, and he just caught him on the other side. It was clean. It was nice. And then he went the length of the court and dunked it. It was a nice sequence of basketball from him. That was my favorite highlight of the night. But the Rockets have a really good, deep, young squad. And with the exception of Dylan Brooks, you know, getting beside himself in certain games, I think they can make noise. I'm not saying noise this season. I think they've made enough noise this season. They are in the playoffs, and they are two games up, or not 2 games up, but they won 2 games against the Golden State Warriors. So I know we all want the championship, and I do too. But you know, they should be happy with what they've done so far. But you know what? I'm talking like it's over. It's not over. This is the fan in me coming out. It's not over. Friday, we're gonna go to Oakland, San Francisco, wherever the hell Golden State plays, and we're gonna get this win. This is the fan in me coming out. I know earlier in the video I said it's not likely, but that was me. That was the common sense in me. Now the fan in me, I want to say, you know, we're gonna go and we're gonna get this win. We're gonna repeat this game tonight. Hopefully, you know, if they can put up these same numbers. If they can put up these same numbers and Golden State, we can win the game. We can win the game. No one had a big night for the Warriors tonight. No one really did. The high score was Moses Moody with 25 points. And that was it as far as being 20 and over. So no one had a big night for them. The Warriors had a very mundane game. They were letting the Warriors score. They were letting the Rockets score at will. They were showing little to no effort on the defensive end, and it was just very mundane. You know, it wasn't an entertaining game at all. I'm watching the Lakers in Minnesota as I do this right now because my television is still on, and this game, it looks like Minnesota is going to win it, but it looks at least entertaining to a degree. You know. The Rockets game wasn't even entertaining. If I had watched that on television, I probably would have turned the channel. But because I was there and because I left early and rushed back, I made something out of nothing, you know. But I do like this Rocket team, regardless of what happens in this series with the Warriors. I like where they have came from. I like where they came from as far as getting into the playoffs. I like this. And I think that they're tremendously talented. I went to a couple games in the regular season. I saw talent then too. I think they're tremendously talented, and I think they can. I think they will go far. And the common sense in me is saying Golden State is gonna win the game Friday, but the fan in me for the Rockets is saying no, we're gonna take it. So that's the unfortunate part when you got a dog in the fight, because now I'm invested and I really want the Rockets to win, because I don't think it's always been heartbreak as a Houston Rocket fan, and I'm not even ever since I've been living here, even before, it's been just heartbreak. That going back to the T-Mac days, then the James Harden days. He hurt us a few times. And now that we got a decent enough squad that can make some noise, I don't think the Rockets fans can take any more heartbreak. It's just been heartbreak. But decent game. Happy for the Rockets. Happy we got the win. And like I said, I think the game Friday is going to be more competitive and more entertaining. But sadly, I do see. I keep wanting to say San Antonio. I do see Golden State possibly closing it out. I hope I'm wrong. And I can come back up here as a fan and say I was wrong. But it's not likely, Let me know what you guys think. It was a not a good game. It was just a game. It wasn't game of the year, just a game. But if you're a Rocket fan, you're happy with that game because you got the win. So let me know what you guys think as far as the Rockets and Golden State going forward. Again, currently as I speak, watching the Lakers in Minnesota, and right now that is at 66 Minnesota, 61 Lakers. LeBron is at the line, just missed. Third quarter, 7:48 left. So we're going to see what happens in this game. Honestly, I think Minnesota is going to close this out tonight. I don't give a damn if they're in LA or not. It looks like Minnesota is closing this out tonight. And Lakers are going to have to go back to the drawing board. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.